In this video, I will be packaging SumatraPDF executable installation file into MSI file using WiX. The main reason for that is to deploy the software using group policy. I'm starting this video from my GitHub page, and that's because there are a few bits of information here that I will be using for this video. And I will leave the URL in the description down below. And in the bottom of the page, you can find more of my videos that are related to this topic. For example, here you can find videos about installing any using WiX. Then there is this video about psexec, and I will use psexec to execute the MSI file installation as a system account, and that's to make sure that the installation is successful no matter what user I'm using to deploy the software. And now I will start this video by downloading SumatraPDF executable installation file, and for that I will use the link that I have here that brings us to the download page for SumatraPDF. And I will click on this link right here to download the 64-bit installation file. Then I will go to my downloads folder. And here we have our executable. And the next thing that we need is the WiX configuration file. And for that I will go back to my GitHub page where I have few configuration files. One is called SumatraPDF, and this is a complete configuration file that you can check out if you want to. But for this video I'll be using the one that's called template, so I will click on it. And it brings us to this page right here. And then I will click this button right here to download the file. I will go back to my downloads folder, and here we have our WiX configuration file. And the first thing that I will do is rename this file to SumatraPDF. And then I will right click on it and open it with Visual Studio Code. And you can use any other text editor to open this file. Also, as you can see, it's an XML file. Basically, it's instructions for WiX on how to package the executable into MSI file for us. And when working with this template, we only care about this part right here. Basically, we need to fill in the information that is unique to this package and SumatraPDF installation. So first we need to name our MSI package. So I will name it SumatraPDF installer. Then for exe, we need to provide the executable name. For that, I will go back to my downloads folder. Right click on the executable, select rename, then I will select the full name because we need the extension. I will right click once again and select copy. Go back to Visual Studio Code and paste in the value here. Then for the path, we need to provide the path where we currently have our executable. So for me, it's my downloads folder, and my downloads folder is in my D drive downloads. I'm pretty sure that the location for you here is different. Then we need to provide silent arguments for the installation to happen silently. And for that, once again, I will go back to my GitHub page, and here I have the silent switches that are necessary for the silent installation. So I will select them, I will copy them, go back to Visual Studio Code and paste in the value here. Then we need to provide a version number for this MSI package. And this is kind of not related to the software version number, but in most cases, I like to keep the same version for my MSI file as the software that it installs. So because of that, I will copy the version number from this executable name, and then I will paste the value right here. Then publisher is not that important, but it's a mandatory field, so I will give it a value of, let's do automation. And next we need to provide a GUID. Basically it's a unique identifier. And we can generate it by using PowerShell. So for that, once again, go to my GitHub page, and here I have a PowerShell command that generates a GUID. So I will copy it, I will open a terminal, you can use the regular PowerShell window if you want, and I will paste in the command here. And every time I'm using this command, I'm getting a new unique identifier. So I will select one of the values, I will copy it, go back to Visual Studio Code and paste in the value right here. And that's basically all the necessary information that we need to provide for WiX to generate our package. Now to generate the package, I will open my terminal once again. And here we want to change the location in our terminal where we have our WiX configuration file. So for me, it's my D drive and downloads folder. So I'll type cd d downloads and press enter. If I type there, I can see my SumatraPDF executable installation file and the WiX configuration file in this folder. Now to build the package, we need to type WiX build and then provide the configuration file name. So for me, it's SumatraPDF, and press enter. I will go back to my downloads folder. And as you can see, the MSI file was successfully generated for us. And now let's try to install it and see if it works. And for that, I will right click on the file, select copy, and then I will go to my VMware workstation where I have a Windows virtual machine prepared. And here I have the software folder, so I'll open it and I will paste in the MSI file into this folder. As you can see, I have my PS executable in the same folder now as the SumatraPDF MSI file. The next thing that we want to do is to open a command line, so I'll open start menu, type cmd and run as administrator. Click yes. Now we want to change our location in our command line to the location where we have our files. So for that I will click here and I will copy the location, then I will type cd and paste in the location into my command line, and I will press enter. If I type dir, we can see our psexec executable and SumatraPDF MSI file. Also, if I type command who am I, it is saying that this command line is currently running under the user admin. And like I said, I will be performing the installation under the system account. So for that I will use psexec. And I will use psexec to open another command line, but this time under the system account. So for that I will type psexec executable name, -I for interactive, -S to launch the process as a system user, and then we need to provide the process that we want to launch. And for me it's cmd, and press enter. I will agree with the license terms. And here we have another cmd window. But this time if I type who am I, it is saying that this window is running currently under the user in the authority system. So everything that I'm doing in this window, I am doing it as a system user. Once again, we want to change the location where we have our files, so I will type cd, paste in the location, press enter, and if I type there, I can see my executables once again. Now to start the installation for the SumatraPDF, I will type cmd/c. This is not necessary, but it allows us to see when the installation is fully finished just by looking at the command line. And then I will type in the MSI file name. I will perform this installation silently, so I'll provide /qn and press enter. Now let's wait a bit, and it seems it's done. As you can see, we have our SumatraPDF desktop icon right here, but first let's check out control panel and see what happened there. For that I will type control in this command line window and then select uninstall a program. And here we have our installed program list. And as you can see, we have this SumatraPDF installer installed and the SumatraPDF itself. And this is because we installed the MSI file and then the MSI file installed the executable for us. And it's possible to hide SumatraPDF installer from this list, but the problem is that hiding it makes the software installation a lot harder to troubleshoot. So that's why I like to keep it. And now let's try to open SumatraPDF and see if it's working. And it opened instantly and it seems to be working just fine. And that's it for this video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and see you in the next one.